Let's make granola. This is something I've wanted to do for so long. I'm very excited about it, actually. There's a lot of different recipes online. Some of them have more sugar, less sugar. The good thing about it is you can pretty much customize it to whatever you like. So I'm going to do 2 cups of oats, just regular, the old-fashioned oats, not the quick cooking oats. The quick cooking oats I considered, but then they're just so broken up and small that I felt like it wouldn't give the granola enough texture. All right, 2 cups oats, a half cup of raw nuts. Now I've got walnuts, raw, from Sprouts. And I'm just gonna chop them up a little bit. I'm so excited about granola. You know, granola is so expensive when you buy it already made, and I feel like it's overly sugary. So, you know, the illusion that granola is healthy, not when there's that much sugar in it, and probably a lot of oil also. This is probably too many nuts. I think this is more than half a cup. We'll see when I finish chopping it up. But also, I discovered that if you buy your nuts kind of in broken up pieces, because I was going to chop them up anyway, it's cheaper, but still these are pretty big, some big nuts in here for a broken up chunks of nuts. They're kind of like half walnuts. I love walnuts. My mom used to cook with walnuts a lot, used to bake with walnuts a lot. All of her brownies and cookies, whenever she made something that was sweet, it generally had walnuts in it. So I freaking love walnuts. Childhood memories. All right, let's measure. This is way more than half a cup. So I'm going to do a very generous half cup, like that. So it'll be very nutty. And then the rest of these are just going to go right back in the bag because it doesn't matter, right? Or maybe I'll put them in a different container. I'll throw them in something. I don't know. I should have measured the nuts before I chopped them, huh? And then you're supposed to put some fruit. So it says half a cup nuts, half a cup fruit. This is based on a couple different recipes that I found. Let's see if I have a half cup of dried cranberries here. Just barely. But yeah, it's almost half a cup. So we'll throw in some dried cranberries. What else is going on? I'm going to throw some hemp seed hearts. You can throw pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds, which are very nutritious. But what I have is hemp seed hearts. And these are very high in protein, so that's good, right? Everybody's always complaining that vegans don't get enough protein, which is a myth, but ooh, that looks nice in there. I don't know why, but the hemp seed hearts just made me happy. It just gave it a whole new dimension. Oil, we need some oil. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. Hopefully this won't be overly oily. 2 tablespoons of sunflower oil I'm using. I was going to use coconut. The thing is, I still have to figure out, there's certain kind of coconut oil that doesn't really taste like coconut. It's more processed, and that's the kind I want to get. Because honestly, I don't really love the taste of coconut, but coconut oil is so good. It's a good oil, I guess, for you, and it holds its heat, so it doesn't change structure in high heat. Like olive oil, I guess, changes the structure, and all the health benefits are gone when you heat it up. But coconut oil does not, as I understand. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't know. I just go by what I see online. Okay, half a teaspoon of vanilla, which is really going to be good in there. I'm going to throw in a pinch of salt to just bring out those flavors of everything. And for sweetener, I'm going to do a half cup. And I'm going to do a half cup of agave nectar, because that's what I've got right now. So half cup. I still don't understand the difference between wet measure and dry measure. I know these are dry measure cups, and you're supposed to use a wet measure cup. That looks like a lot of sweetener for this amount of oats. I think that might have been an error. Oh shit, it was an error. I was supposed to put a quarter cup, not a half cup. Okay, so what I'm going to do is throw in the rest of these nuts, because I have extra ones anyway. Let's throw in some extra oats. I don't want super sweet granola. That was the whole point of doing this myself, so that it wouldn't be super sweet. So let me throw in, I'm going to double it and throw in 2 cups of oats, and just maybe I put in, what did I put in? 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm going to put in 1 more, just so that it's moist enough. And I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to put it in the oven. Now, these different, oh, it looks like granola already. I'm excited. These different recipes, there's one from the Barefoot Contessa that tells you to bake it for 45 minutes at 350. And then there's one that I just read, which was a lighter, healthier version online, and that one said bake it for 10 minutes at 300 degrees. So that's like a big difference. So I'm going to really thoroughly mix this up, and I think I'm just going to have to watch it. I have my oven set at 350, and I'm just going to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't get burned, because I would hate to waste all of this deliciousness by being careless and burning it, which I have done on many, many occasions with various things. So I think it looks moist enough. It probably could use a little bit more moisture, but I'm not going to overdo it. And it's just, if I mix it, really distribute that moisture in there. Yeah, it seems like it's getting there. So yeah, I'm kind of excited if this works out. This is very money saving too. I'm going to do a little research when this is in the oven. I'm going to see if I can figure out exactly how much money I'm saving by doing this. Baby, hi. But oh, here's James. He's here. Hi, baby. Good boy. Kiss. Okay. Now I'm filthy. Sorry. Very unprofessional. But yeah, I'm gonna see how much money this saves. This is so exciting because you can customize this to whatever. You could throw in some pumpkin seeds and pumpkin spice and then make like a seasonal pumpkin-y one, or switch out your cranberries for raisins or for dried, whatever kind of dried fruit you like. I mean, you could do strawberries, you could do dried mango cut up. Oh my god, seasonal, summer, with mangoes and coconut flakes. Oh my god, it's so exciting. So we'll see. Hopefully this comes up good, and then I'll be on this whole new journey of making different kinds of granola and not spending $7 on a bag of granola. Because when you get a bag of granola like this size, it's $7. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be way cheaper and probably better for me, and I can customize it. Oh, you can throw chocolate chips in there. Oh, so good. So I'm going to put it on the pan. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to cook it up, and then I'm going to show you how delicious it is. Hopefully it's amazing and fantastic. Okay, I'll be right back. Tastes good, but I really blew it by doubling the agave to half instead of a quarter because it is still really sweet, even though I threw all those extra oats in it. I don't know, it's going in the oven. Plain. Okay, I hope you can hear me. There's planes going over, the neighbors are doing construction, there's all kinds of noise. All right, so what happened was I realized that, first of all, you can't just throw this in the oven and let it bake because the nuts will burn, the stuff around the edges of the pan will burn, it burns. I mean, there's a lot of sugar in the agave that's coating everything. Sugar burns easily, nuts burn easily too. And so what you have to do is watch it carefully. I had it at 350. Watch it carefully. Every few minutes you have to stir it. So I was stirring it, trying to stir it in there without burning myself. Eventually I realized I should probably take the pan out, put it on top of the stove, and stir it. I mean, it's good, but I feel like it needs something. This needs cinnamon or something to really liven it up. And also maybe it didn't get super crispy, but it got dark. So I'm wondering if it's because I didn't put as much oil for the amount of oats. And it's also like, it's very loose. It's not like, there's not really clumps. You know how usually when you get granola, there's clumps of it. And so like chewy nuggets, you can sort of pick out a big clump and snack on it. Well, there are no clumps. Some of the nuts got a little dark, so we got some burned, almost burned nuts in here. They still taste okay. I mean, I definitely will eat it still, but and the cranberries got a little bit overly toasty, so they're kind of chewy and it's slightly bitter. The Barefoot Contessa recipe says to mix the dried fruit in after this is baked and cooled. So maybe that's a better idea. It took about 40 minutes total. And I did some research and I found out that it's kind of the same price as buying your granola already made because of the expensive ingredients. Nuts are expensive, dried fruit is expensive, the agave nectar is expensive, the hemp hearts are expensive. Those are all expensive things. So I guess if you do your granola with cheaper ingredients, the oats are cheap, the oil can be super cheap. If you use cheaper ingredients, it'll be cheaper than buying the granola already made. But for a fancy, organic, healthier granola, it's about the same price. The only good side is that you can put in what you like. You know exactly what's in there. You can make it less sweet if you want. So I'm going to experiment with it some more in the future, but I'm definitely going to eat this. I mean, it tastes okay. And yeah, so that's the granola adventure for today. Yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this and maybe you want to make your own granola and put in your own favorite things. I'm going to eat lunch and wish you guys a great day, and I will see you soon.